Welcome to part 2 of my AECP Level 1 final challenge. I'm required to make a set of masculine cards and packaging using recycled element. I also need to take inspiration from 3 classes. I decided to gel print my cards using inspiration from Let It Shine, For the Guys, and Clean and Simple Boutique cards. I made all my cards using the dies from the Floral Odyssey Craft Your Life project kit. When working with this set before, I noticed many of the dies are geometrics and are perfect for making repeated patterns, so I decided to create some gel plate stamps and make some prints. If you're interested in seeing other kit elements used for gel printing, I used the stamp, embossing folder, and dies in a different way than I use them here from another kit in my video for part 1 of the challenge. In addition to the dies, we'll also be using Altenew alcohol inks. We'll use 2 colors, Azurite and Sicilian amber, but we'll create the color green, and with the addition of 91% alcohol, a variety of shades. We'll also be using 2 mediums inspired by Let It Shine, Perfect Pearls and Pewter, and Amsterdam Standard Acrylic and Pearl White, which gives a metallic white finish behind the translucent alcohol inks. Let's build the gel plate stamps. I'm using 80-pound cardstock for everything, being careful to adhere all pieces well. We're effectively creating a card front that will press into paint to leave an impression. As I use the stamps, they'll become coated with paint, so they'll become sturdier and can be reused numerous times. If you're not a gel printer, you could die cut these pieces from colored or ink-blended cardstock and adhere them to a card panel instead. Here are a few pattern options for this die cut. I decided on this one, which reminds me a bit of Charlie Brown's shirt. For this card, I've included the pencil markings and the original pattern I planned because I should have stuck with it. I don't know why I changed it, but I did and I shouldn't have. I tried to get something more random and ended up with it being slightly wonky instead. These cards are all inspired by For the Guys, where John Raza used geometric patterns to create card backgrounds. Another change I would make. I cut some pieces because I thought they would cause issues during gel printing, but I wish I'd kept them and added full pieces to the areas that needed to be filled in. We'll now do all the gel printing. I have multiple plates, so we'll make multiple prints at the same time. I start by brayering on a thin layer of black paint to each plate using Windsor & Newton Galeria Acrylic in Mars Black. I then place the stamp onto the image and cover it with scratch paper. I apply light pressure all over with my hands and wait a few seconds for the paint to adhere to the paper and stamp. I remove both to reveal the gel printed image. I removed excess paint from plates with water and a paper towel or Q-tip. Now that the paint layer has dried, we're back to apply alcohol ink. When using alcohol ink on a gel plate, I like to use felt daubers like these from Tonic. I first saturate the felt with 91% alcohol and then add a few drops of alcohol ink. I then daub them to apply to the gel plate. I chose to use blue and yellow, overlapping them to create green. I was also inspired by Jen Raza's Clean and Simple Boutique cards, where she creates amazing one-layer cards. We're using gel plates to build layers of different mediums on each other to create complex, dimensional backgrounds that are only one layer. We're now applying perfect pearls in a few areas of each plate. While Carissa Wiley doesn't use perfect pearls in her class, she shows tons of other ways to add shine, and she inspired me to use it here, where it works well with the gel plate and is sealed through the process so it won't rub off. I'm using a makeup brush, which I find makes it a bit easier to control the application than the included brush. Here's some of that shine. Final gel printing step, we'll apply a layer of pearl white paint to each gel plate and cover with paper. I used a Neenah Exact Index, but next time I'll use cardstock instead for sturdiness. The metallic paint adds a layer of shine to our entire print, and is yet another inspiration from Carissa Wiley's Let It Shine. The tool that I'm using here is called a baren. It works similar to the stamp tools that we have, like a Chucky tool. Now it's time to reveal some prints. I like to pull the gel plate off the print to prevent the print from curling. I wasn't happy with one print and need to make the prints for the front and back of our package, so we're going to do that now. I forgot to record alcohol inking my second plate, so we're on to the perfect pearls. More reveals. We'll use a die to look at different possibilities for our card fronts. I made this metallic background by covering a small plate with perfect pearls and then picking it up with a layer of pearl white paint. I forgot to record, but if you'd like to see the process, I show it in the video for part 1 of this challenge. This cardstock is also inspired by Let It Shine, where Carissa makes shiny cardstock. We'll be using ours for sentiments. Here's the finished project. I made the packaging off screen. It's a 5x6 by 1 inch box made from a cereal box. The front and back panels are our final 2 small prints, and the sides and top are leftovers. I used a binding machine to punch holes in the panels and bound them with ribbon. I made the closure by punching 2 additional holes with a crocodile. I cut and mounted our card fronts onto 110-pound Neenah card blanks. I also die cut the thank you from the Timeless Sentiments die set. I cut its shadow from the excess of our prints. In person, these cards are even shinier. I love the way they turned out, and I hope you do too. I'm working on variations of these cards in different colors and materials, and will be posting those to my Instagram over the next week, so be sure to check them out there. And thanks so much for joining me today.